it's not so much about what the stars were necessarily aligned in at your birth, but it's kind of about what was in the environment during the time you were gestating in your mother's womb. Question everything. Thoughts, beliefs, habits. Then decide. Hey, all y'all cats. What's your sign? It's time for us to question horoscopes today on Question Everything with
Juicy in the house.
And I'm your old man. So let's keep it real when we find out how your horoscope affects you. Okay, so we're going to be talking about horoscopes today. But first, before we get things kicked off,
Okay.
it's been a long week for me.
It's so hot.
And it's been hot.
It's so hot.
The big thing for me is my boy started back to school.
Okay.
It is when we're taping this. Okay, so when we're taping this, it's in August, the boy's first day of school. I got a 10-year-old and I got a 7th grader. Or, excuse me, a 10th grader.
10th grader and a 7th grader.
And a 7th grader.
Gotcha. Okay.
Thank goodness they're not 10 anymore. That wouldn't great times. But the big thing with them going back to school is no books, because they don't use books anymore as far as bringing them home.
Okay.
And no supply list. Remember when you was a kid, you used to have to take like 7 folders.
Yeah,
and all
and
this other stuff.
this amount of pencils and this amount of notebooks and yeah.
Because they do so much stuff online and typing stuff online, there isn't so much paper. They'll come out and say, hey, you might need a writing journal.
Or a laptop.
Well, the laptops they give them.
Oh.
So, yeah, all the schools, you get a Chromebook, so we don't have to purchase that. Now, what happens is you have to buy the insurance for the first one, so it's like $25. So if they break it, you're going to get a new one replaced. After that, you got to go buy them.
It's on you.
Yeah. So my oldest one last year, back the last 2 years, I had to buy him a laptop.
Okay.
And they can get broke. The story was, for one, somebody took it while he went into the bathroom, picked it up and threw it on the ground.
It can be something. Yeah, it's so
It
easy.
could have been that.
So
I
easy.
don't know whether it was or not. I wasn't there, but
School. I know school. I usually don't realize school is starting until traffic picks back up. I'm
isn't
like,
it the truth?
It's like, something's changed.
And trying to get across town on a Friday when school is in, it's not fun. And I have to do that every Friday. So that's a big thing in my life. What's going on in the world of Juicy?
The world of Juicy. Juicy is turning 40. I'll be 40 next week.
Woo!
Actually, week from today. So I am. It is on and popping. But the biggest thing that is plaguing my mind is my festivities. So I am planning to go to Burning Man. Have you heard of Burning Man?
Now tell me about Burning Man. What's
Burning Man is this big festival that happens in the middle of the Nevada desert. It's basically like a makeshift city that they create, and like I said, in the middle of this desert. And the whole point of it is to break away from social norms, kind of just live this free life of experience. There's like 10 different different testaments or kind of like things they want you to kind of like reside by or kind of govern yourselves by while you're out there. But the whole point is like after the whole experience is over, they have this Burning Man where they burn down like the man and then everything gets packed away like you were never out there. It's like leave no trace. It's supposed to be a very, very...
Are you sleeping in a tent?
Yeah, you're sleeping in a tent.
In the middle of the desert?
In the middle of the desert.
In August?
In August.
Okay.
And what got me was on the way here, this is why I kept saying it was so hot. When I stepped out of my house, the first thing I thought was, I'm going inside of my truck to get inside of the AC to then go to somebody's house to then be in the AC. Why am I going to the desert? There's no AC. What am I going to do?
I hear it's chilly at night, even if it's
It
hot
is. Yeah, I hear it is very nice at night. And hopefully here in Texas, for some odd reason, like being from Florida, the heat usually rises with the sun and kind of follows the sun. Here it doesn't do that. Like it gets hotter around 3, 4, 5 o'clock and stays throughout the night. So it's just a different experience. I don't think hopefully the desert is like that, but.
Well, you enjoy. Is it just men?
No. This is everybody.
Okay.
This is like 10,000 people. It is like this whole radical experience. There's multiple different camps, so like every camp is supposed to have their contribution. Ours is we're doing pool tables, but like literally everybody does like all kind of stuff, whatever it is to like make sure there's some type of recreation and things for people to do throughout the week.
Well,
So
while
yes.
you are there, I'm sure you will have a lot of discussions. And one of those, maybe, what's your sign? So your
Yes.
birthday's coming up. So what is your sign?
I am a Virgo for life, all
A
day.
Virgo for
A
life,
Virgo for life,
and
all day.
it's in August. You're an
Early
August
Virgo.
Virgo.
Yes, and there's a difference between August Virgos and September
Oh, but
Virgos.
illuminate the people. Let's hear what it's
Well,
about.
one, I when I think about the concept of Virgo, I realize that everything that I've ever heard about a Virgo is me to the core. But I would say August Virgos, well, Virgos in general are definitely very loyal, very pragmatic. We think about everything, we overthink everything, we want things to be perfect. But the difference with September Virgos is that they're just a little bit more of the perfectionists. They care a lot about what people think. They let that kind of like manage how they operate sometimes,
Okay.
probably to their negative point. August Virgo's a little more free going. We like to have fun. We do overthink things, but we're not as bad as the September Virgos. It's just I would say if you look at it on the scale or spectrum, they're a little bit more on the rough side.
Okay. Well, as I started preparing for this and started thinking about horoscopes, I ran across a couple different things. So
Okay.
there's your zodiac, and then there's the horoscope itself.
Okay.
So the zodiac is the actual way that the stars looked when you were born.
Okay.
And throughout history, people have assigned certain, perhaps, traits that they believed in those people, whatever sign you were born under. And a horoscope is just slightly different in that that's what a person's interpretations when they read the date you were born and your chart and everything, and they fill out how you may be feeling during that particular time or what significant events might affect you during that time. So your zodiac is, yes, there is an Aquarius in the sky, there's a Libra in the sky, so that goes to your birth. The horoscope itself is the things that you kind of read in paper, read online.
Yeah.
Oh God, I said paper. I am very old. I'm sorry.
I
I don't think
did
many
used
people
to
are
get
going
the
to.
horoscopes in the paper back in the day. It used to be in the little section down there.
Right. But now I clicked on like Libra because that's my sign. So now every time on Instagram or any other social media site, I get all these reels about Libras and
Libras.
everything.
Yeah.
And I like because one of the things, and I'm going to pop up here,
Okay.
because I believe in the horoscopes, and this is something that I did think about, that I did question. But my take on it, because I believe in biology as well,
Mm-hmm.
is that it's not so much about what the stars were necessarily aligned in at your birth, but it's kind of about what was in the environment during the time you were gestating in your mother's womb. Because I kind of think that all the environmental factors, what's in the air, the flora, the pollen, whatever environmental factors that are in at certain times of the year, probably affect the developing fetus, and maybe that gives us certain characteristics.
True.
So yes, I believe maybe someone born under the sign of Virgo, or Libra in my case, may have certain traits. And when you think about it, what you said Virgos in August are slightly different than Virgos in September.
Oh yeah.
Now, to me, that goes with my hypothesis that it's the environmental factors, because you were probably gestating a little bit earlier in, let's say, December or January, if you were born in August, than what you were if you were going to be born in September.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, when I do some of I have like the horoscope apps, and there's one that you put a little bit more detail in, like your birth time and all
Mm-hmm.
that stuff. And typically, they ask your birth time and your birth location because I think it matters. Like if me being a Virgo born in Miami at nighttime is different from a Virgo being born during the day on a Saturday in California.
Right.
So I think it is some kind of aspect of the. Now I don't know how much of a deviation it causes. Now I think those
Right.
issues, those may be slight, but it does I think cause a difference because they do ask, and I
Okay.
think it's considered.
Well, that's good. Now that mine is just a theory. Okay, so
That's the perfect thing
all,
about all this.
all the people out there that like science, and you all know how to investigate things and create experiments, go ahead and do some experiments on that. See if it's maybe more aligned to what's in the air, and think about, because this is one thing I've always wondered: is a Virgo born in South America, let's say Chile or Uruguay, have the same characteristics as a Virgo born in Texas or Miami?
I mean, you would assume yes. You assume like the basic underlining characteristics, whether they're not they even know what a
Right.
Virgo is or not, would be present. What those are, I don't know.
Because
But
I'm not that all that good in
yeah.
astrology, but isn't even the southern hemisphere stars different than in the northern hemisphere? I know they've
Oh,
got
see, I guess
the
yeah,
Southern
yeah.
Cross. So I don't even
And
know
then
if
and
the
then
same
like I
things
think
are.
somebody even said they were redoing the zodiacs, that maybe the dates were gonna get shifted or something. And I was like, well, don't do
Right.
that, because then now does that make me a Leo? I don't want to be a Leo. No
Well,
offense to Leos.
here's the thing. I also did a lot of research. I was actually still writing a book a little bit about the premise is a zodiac because there's a
Okay.
zodiac type killer, and the fact is, depending on where you read, there's actually 13 signs because we're not exactly 30 or 31 days
Yeah.
in the star field, so it's more like 25 days. So that kind of gives you an extra
Extra. Okay.
13th. I can't remember what that 13th zodiac is called, but I'll have to look
Interesting.
that up. Maybe I'll put it on the screen for all those born
I
in.
would say like when you said go out there, and for the folks out there, go out and definitely do your testing. I feel like I did my testing,
Oh, yeah.
and more of like the testing through horoscopes. So I would read horoscopes and just really like honestly give it a chance. Like I would either sometimes read it in the morning to see
Hmm.
what would do how the day would go, or read it after the end of the day or after maybe a collection of days and read what the week was supposed to be or something. Um, and I would be fascinated by the fact that it was sometimes pretty spot on. Like um, this year there's an app I use. I think it's just called Horoscope app. And you can read what your horoscope is or what your predictions are for the year, and what love, life,
Hmm.
work, all that good jazz. And some of the stuff around work in my personal life has been pretty spot on, like what the prediction was for the year. Um, so it's kind of scary. I don't know, but that's what I mean.
Right.
It's the test. I think that's when it has to be something.
Well, is it the test or is it that what we have read sticks in our brains and maybe we start operating on that assumption?
And that is the truth, and that's why sometimes I like to test reading pre and post.
Okay.
And so sometimes I read post and I'm like just to reflect, and I
Hmm.
realize, oh wow, this was. And now I will say sometimes I find myself trying to make something that it may not be. So you read something, you're like, oh, was
Right.
that the thing that happened yesterday when I got into it with the
The
neighbor?
power of suggestion
Yeah,
for everything.
yeah.
I get what you're
And it's like,
saying.
I don't know, am I pushing it? But for the most part, I think it kind of aligns.
Now, I looked up. We're going to go through the zodiac signs, and I want to put this into your interpersonal relationships, as far as what you've thought, whether you question that it's the person or maybe it is just their sign.
Okay.
So we'll take a look at, and this is just a general thing that I found online of what different signs, some of their attributes would be. So you say you're a
Okay.
Virgo. Positive attributes: efficient, industrious, calm, altruistic, adaptable. Is that juicy in a
Yes,
nutshell?
all day, baby. I just love those words.
Okay. Well, it also says you're highly sensitive,
Very. Don't hurt my feelings. A
overcritical,
little bit.
and materialistic.
We like our sheen.
You like your shade? Well, I don't know if that's materialistic or
I mean,
just
I
a
guess
sense of
it's,
style.
or just that's just when you buy a lot of it.
Okay, very good. Now, you ever dated another Virgo?
I have not, but I do find that I have a lot of Virgo friends. Um, and I do find that people who relate to me the closest typically like excuse in my behavior and go like, oh, that's just Virgos. My sister likes to say that a
That's
lot.
just Virgos?
Yeah, I would say mostly in my life, I'm very limited. I have Virgos, Cancers, and Scorpios. Are typically the people I flock around
Okay,
or
good
flock
deal.
with me. I think. Yeah.
I married a Virgo,
How did that go?
divorced a Virgo.
Uh, was it because of Virgo or because of just the person?
When I look at all this there, and I can say those traits do exist in this person,
Yeah.
this is one case where I'd have to say it's just more the individual than
Okay.
any of these particular things.
Was he a
are
September
around.
Virgo?
Yes.
Yes, yeah, I told you. I told you it's always September
That's just
Virgos.
so wrong. That's just so wrong.
Now, I will say the interesting part about a Virgo is I would say definitely say we're an acquired taste. So and it's not a bad acquired taste. It's just one of those like either you mess with us or you don't. And if you know how to rock with us and you know how to um, take the best of our fruits and really like, take us and juice us and do us the way you're supposed to, we can be your best friend, the most loyal people in your life. But if you get caught up in some of some of the things we may say that may hit a little bit, but we really don't mean it, but it just kind of slipped out. If you get caught up in some of that, then yeah, you're not gonna be able to fuck with us because you can be like, we're sensitive, but you can't be sensitive with us, which is interesting.
Okay.
I can dish it, but I can't take it.
Well, the main thing that I've always heard about Virgos, and it wasn't particularly on this list that I had found, but that you're detail oriented and planning and stuff
Yeah.
means that you're not necessarily looking at things that are outside of your plans. So if you got a partner, do you let them be in the planning as well, or are you like, no, I got it taken care of, and you just sit down and color?
I would say I like to give you the opportunity. I will give you the opportunity. If you come on, you got this. Let's do it. If you don't do it, then yes, I will just take it over and then the problem is I will take it over and not just do it. I'm probably gonna talk shit. I'm probably gonna make some comments and be like, oh, see, had you just let me do it from the first place.
So
That's where the problems come in.
So if someone does do something, but it's not quite the way you would do it, what are we hearing?
I mean, if it doesn't, if there's no consequence to it, we're fine. I'm not gonna really say anything. If there is some consequence, you may just hear me like, again, you should just let me. If you had done it the way I had said it, the water wouldn't slip out. We would have, yeah.
So if you want to get involved with a Virgo, let them do it all.
Just have a thick skin. I mean, like that's why I said I think the person that I'm gonna end up with really has to like choose me. They they have to see me and say, sometimes 25% of the time it may be rough waters, but my gosh, the other 75% is smooth sailing, and it is beautiful on this yacht.
All right. Well, like I said, I am a Libra, so
Tell me about Libras, because I don't know anything about a Libra.
Really?
Yes, I need to know about Libras.
Libras are known to be fair, wise, helpful, friendly
Okay, I see that.
as positive traits. The fair goes to the balanced portion because we're also known to be balanced.
I see.
And the one thing that I can say about at least most of the Libras that I've met, balance is our goal, but as individuals we achieve it different. Me, I'm kind of same mellow attitude and everything pretty much all the time. But there are other Libras that they achieve balance by being very high, very low, very high, very low, very low. So if you took the mean and all that, they would average being a balanced person, but they can drive you a little crazy sometimes.
Okay.
So a negative attribute, superficial, indifferent, vain, and love convenience.
What does that mean?
It's kind of goes, we're also known to be lovers of beauty
Okay.
and organization. So if it can be brought to us and it's done, we're good with that. We also, this is if we were going to go to the dating thing.
Okay.
A Libra will generally put something out there. Would you like to do this? Would you like to do that? If we get no response, then that's a no. And it will probably never be brought up again.
Oh.
Because you had your chance.
That's interesting. Okay. I'm trying to think from a Virgo side. Like, I think we're like love, because I never thought about it like this until you just mentioned the Libra. I think we're lovers of potential. We can really see, like, I see you. You don't see yourself, but I see what you can be with me. And sometimes, getting, and if that person is not rocking with the potential at the same speed of what you're rocking with, is when you can cause some issues, because I'm trying to get you from point A to point B, and everybody don't want to be taken from point A to point B. They may like where they at point A.
Now, we Libras are also known to be indecisive, and I think that goes to the indifferent maybe here. And that is because we can take a look at everything and see all the sides of it. So it's like asking a Libra, what is your favorite? Libras don't do favorites because we're going to argue the point, pluses and minuses of everything, because we see value in everything and we see distractions in everything.
I think I might like Libras because we're close like that, but we instead of playing all the parts, we play because Libras are the is that the scale?
Right.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yes,
Oh my gosh, that's
we're
so
the only
cool.
zodiac sign that's a machine.
That's interesting. I think Virgos like to play devil's advocate. Like we equally see all sides, but we pick the side that is probably the less chosen, and honestly can be indifferent. We don't really care, but we'll hammer that side in and then probably piss people out about why. And then be like, I
Exactly.
don't even care about this. But
And
just
see,
because-
we do not necessarily like to choose sides. So, and this is one thing a lot of Libras have to learn. So I'll put this, Libras, do learn this. When you have a partner, take their side, even though you can see the wrong in their position. Okay? Because Libras will, let's say you have an argument with a coworker, you know. The naturalness of my Libra is going to hear your side out. And then they're going to play the devil's advocate of what that person was thinking. And that doesn't necessarily always go too well in a relationship.
No. Are you guys judgmental at all? Like, how does that balance work, and how you do you judge people? Like, is that something a trait of yours as a Libra?
We don't judge people as good or bad. We judge them, it has this character and it has this character. So we're not choosing one or the other. We're clearly evaluating it and we're identifying it. And then we do make a choice on, okay, in this particular day, this is what I would like. But the only problem also with the Libra is on another day we might like something else.
Okay.
So we're also known as that.
Oh yeah, we judge. Oh yeah, Virgos judge. Bad.
Yes, I know.
Oh yeah, and it's not even again, it's not a bad. I mean, it's not a. It's just like we have an expectation. This is in our mind.
Right.
I woke up in the morning and I thought it was gonna go like this, and whatever role you played in it not going like that. Nah, I felt some type of way.
Okay, got you.
And you didn't even know because you weren't involved in my mind when I came up with this plan.
Well, we're going to go on to what's called the danger sign. What do you think the danger sign is?
Like one of the signs. What the signs? Or,
Yeah, it's like seems like nobody likes them or they're scared of them.
I thought the Virgos were the danger sign. Which ones are the danger sign?
Virgos also have a high attitude of themselves, you can see.
Oh,
but
I thought Virgos were the danger.
Scorpio, they have the stinger. They are the ones that are going to.
I think Virgos. I mean Virgos. Sorry, Scorpios are the ones that get the reputation. I think they're the ones that are. They just do what they do.
Well, let's see what their strengths are according to some of the research. Emotional, determined, inquisitive, and industrious. And those are the positive attributes. Negative, jealous, compulsive, unforgiving.
I just think they're. When I hear Scorpios, I just hear passion all around. It's just there's passion and purpose. Like it's just so much energy. It's like and I think that's why they get so much of a rep. Because it can be positive, it can be negative. They gonna feel something. I know they're really good in the bedroom. But again, because that's passion and purpose, they're gonna come in and just rock.
So
your
you've
socks
known a
off.
few?
Huh?
You've known a few?
Oh yes, baby. Sex with a Scorpio is amazing.
And it's very interesting. I think that's one of the few signs that I've just in regular life have not interacted with very many Scorpios. So
Oh yeah.
I don't know too many.
Oh yeah, they're very confident. I think they know what they know. This is who I am.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good experience.
We got Sagittarius coming up next. Now, we're trying to get a date here. We're talking. Sagittarius, positive attributes. Optimistic, fair-minded, funny, and intellectual. Negative attributes. Reckless, cold-hearted, impatient, and overconfident.
Do I know a Sagittarius?
That's November 22nd to December 21st.
Sagittarius. Wasn't that a Beyonce song? I don't know. I don't really know. What's the dates?
November 22nd to December 21st. This is actually my dad is actually a Sagittarius.
Is my aunt a Sagittarius?
Yeah. And
what's the attributes again?
Optimistic, fair-minded, funny, and intellectual.
And then what's the bad things?
Reckless, cold-hearted, impatient, overconfident.
Oh, yeah, okay, maybe she is a Sagittarius.
Okay. Now, I take a look at my dad. The reckless, cold-hearted, impatient, and overconfident. I don't
You're
know,
not
maybe.
overconfident.
I mean, I know him as a kid, to a father, not as a peer, so I can't really. It'd be hard for me to judge
Yeah.
that because I mean, you look at your dad; they're supposed to be overconfident, I
Oh
guess, or
yeah,
at least
yeah, yeah,
confident.
yeah.
Drop the little glasses. Okay.
Are there any of the horoscopes that you're like that you want to get to know more about, or like you wish you had more experience with?
I can't exactly say. I've looked over all these, and they talk about matches too, and I'm not
Yep.
necessarily talking about necessarily love matches, but I do. I have two sons in Aquarius and a Pisces. The Aquarius, I always know where he's coming from. Some of those things are generous, trustworthy, independent, logical. Negative, detached, indifferent, and rebellious. I haven't seen the rebellious portion of him yet,
Not yet.
but all those other things are there. And
He's the young one or the old
he's
one?
the youngest
Okay,
one.
so it's coming.
And I can deal with especially the independence and the logical. Because he is definitely, of my other son who's a Pisces, he could go out, make friends. He could probably be out all day if I'd let him, and he'd be good. Now, my Pisces son, let me just try up a couple of things on him before we get out of here. Sensible, placid, easygoing, warm-hearted. But here are the negative attributes of a Pisces, which being a parent of a Pisces can be interesting. Dreamy, obsessive, restless, lack of self-confidence. And in varying ways, maybe I can kind of see that in mine because he's very loving, my oldest son.
Okay.
He's very warm-hearted, wants to kind of get along with everyone and make sure everyone is kind of in a good place. So he's definitely like that.
Tell me about Tauruses.
Who's a Taurus?
I think that's
that
what I
you
need. I
know?
need a Taurus in my life.
You need
Oh,
a
my
Taurus, which is
Shout out to me. You'll see why.
21 April to 20 May. Practical, resourceful, confident,
Yes.
energetic, tidy.
Just clean the house, baby.
Negative attributes:
Love me too much.
stubborn,
That's fine.
unforgiving, excessive.
I know.
Okay.
Was what I've done some of the horoscope matching, and what I've learned is that a Taurus is a 100% perfect match for a Virgo. They are the
Okay.
ones that can deal with our Virgoness.
Okay.
So all my Tauruses out there, holler at me. I am open, ready, and available.
Judgmental, I can see, would match it very good with the stubbornness.
Yes, we can. Yes.
So it's like you can have all the judgments you want. But I
No,
don't care
so the
'cause
arguments
it's
can be bad between a Virgo and a Taurus because like
Okay.
somebody has to break the mold and say, okay,
Right.
we got to stop this shit. But like in a general sense, like it's a really good situation.
Okay.
Tauruses are just very tolerant.
Right.
Very much like like remember I told you like we drop jabs and stuff. They let the jabs fall off. They don't really, like what up? I see you. I'm like
Okay.
thank you. Thank you. So sorry.
I think the last one we're going to talk about because we won't have time to go through all of them. But this is the Leo.
Hey Leo, they right next door. Hey, it's Leo season right now. Hi Leos.
Yeah, for the next couple days.
Yeah, couple days.
Okay, Leo.
Till the Virgos come through.
Dominant, courageous. I can't even read this word.
Let me see.
Aristocratic, idealistic.
Bougie.
Well, I can't read it because I didn't have on my glasses.
Bougie.
Because I couldn't see it. Negative attributes: arrogant, impulsive,
Bougie.
despotic,
That's
hedonistic.
Oh Lord, nasty.
Now,
That's what they're the lions, right?
they are lions, and they are generally, in my experience, a Leo is very charismatic.
Okay.
They kind of take over a room when you see them.
Personality.
Yes, and generally hair. A Leo usually has something going on with their hair.
That is interesting. Most like dreads or something, or like
Yes.
like hair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so it's all that thing. And for me, I used to be a sucker for the charismatic individual. But I can't do it anymore.
Because there's nothing. Is it because there's nothing behind the after you get past the charisma?
Well, most charismatic people want to be loved and adored.
Oh.
without necessarily loving and adoring in that same way back.
Yeah.
So, me being a Libra, this is where the balance comes in. Whatever we give, we got to get back.
Yeah, yeah, same thing with Virgos.
And so, that's why Leo and
I
me don't
wonder if
work.
that's somebody I like. Well, not that I like. Somebody on my roster is a. I need to go check their birthday. It's giving Leo. Giving
Okay.
Leo. They like to be catered to, and they got dreads. It's this whole combination. I wonder. I wonder.
Okay, so you might want to keep them on your roster.
I don't know.
I don't know
Because
that. That's gonna be up to you.
they like to receive, but don't like to give. So I need a Taurus. I need a Taurus.
Okay,
That's what I want.
so we'll let you get a Taurus.
Yes,
So
please.
let me give a quick last word on these horoscopes. We kind of had a little bit of fun with it. A lot of people do believe in it, but a lot of people can also kind of just take over whatever nature you think about them. So, oh, you are a Cancer. So, all the negative attributes of a Cancer, you might see them display, but yet they might just be regular attributes that all of us display. But because you found out their sign, you're matching whatever they've done up to that sign. So, we want you to question that. Is it the person? Is it the sign? Is it a mixture of both? We'll let you decide that and what works for you. That's my last word. What you got, Juicy?
My last word. Just follow the horoscope. Read it, take it in, internalize it, apply it, and keep